Good Saturday evening, everybody. How you doing? I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War, and it is Saturday
November
night,
8th.
November the
Yes.
8th. That voice once again.
Oh, I'm hearing voices.
It's not the first time she said that. Yeah, and she's taking care of your loved ones. Remember
Uh,
that. Oh, hitting the wrong buttons here. Uh-oh.
yeah, who's taking care of who?
Uh-oh.
My
There
boss.
you
There I
go.
am. Why am I so?
Scoot over.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out. I've also got to get.
Well, that's yeah. Why can't anyone see me? I don't know why. I've got rocket, a sunflower.
That's okay. That's fine.
There you go.
That's good. That's
Welcome to Saturday evening, folks. Hope you guys had a great week and great weekend so
Mm-hmm.
far.
Mm-hmm.
It's always weird for me on Saturday because I keep thinking it's Friday because I work Saturday. But
So this is the beginning of your week.
yeah, just starting here, and I'll tell you, temperatures are changing, and not only that, but with the change on our daylight savings and all that stuff. I mean, here at 6 p.m., looked out the window and couldn't even see the pond
Mm-mm.
outside the door wall. I mean, dark as dark can be. Getting cold. In fact, we're supposed to be getting the S word.
Ooh.
Snow
Mm-hmm.
is in the forecast for us here in Detroit. And they said actually a lot of the just south of us, all the way down to the Gulf, is supposed to be getting some
Chilly.
colder temperatures,
Chilly,
man.
chilly.
And they said with our last I heard, with the wind and the adding in the factor with that, it's supposed to be in the 20s as far as what it actually feels like outside. And they said with a chance of snow. But
And for all our loved ones, please, south of the Mason Dixon, those you know who you are. Please get your winter coats out. Layer up.
yeah, bunch of sissies. Boy. It's funny
Up here,
because
we're fine.
one of the shows that I watch all the time that I talk about is the Life Below Zero,
Mm.
and the last Alaska or the first Alaskans and all that stuff, talking about how I mean this isn't way back when. This is how the
Recently, huh?
Athabascans and the villages and how they live and the substance lifestyle. And you're hungry. Here's a snare. Here's a shotgun. Here's a rifle. Go get food.
Go get dinner.
What's that? You're cold? Oh, okay. Here's a chainsaw and axe. And you know what? Go chop down a tree.
That's right.
Buck it up and limit
And
and
that's how they
all that.
live. Yeah.
And that's how they live to this day. Christy, how you doing, Christy? Um, and the thing is, watching that show, it's just I am good. Thank you for asking. I'll be fine. But thank you.
Oh yeah, he was. You were
Oh,
in very
man,
serious
last night hurt, boy.
pain yesterday. It was.
Yeah, it's the start of the
Well, you're in
show.
pain all the time, but when
Oh,
that was.
well, last night was not good.
No.
Last night was definitely not good.
Well,
But
your shirt said it all.
it'll be okay. But back to that show, man. I just love that show because one of the families, they were interviewing the dad and they were talking about some people think we're poor and like just don't eat right and just like they're almost like slumming it. Their
Mm-mm.
food, you can't get any more top of the line and fresh than what they get, and it's not full of chemicals and everything
Mm-mm.
else. And
Right off the bone.
yeah, I mean
Literally right off the
their water, man. They go down to the Yukon River, and it's just this beautiful
fresh
glacier,
water.
fresh water. And another thing I love about it is the way they take care of each other. When they go out and they hunt, and let's say they get a big ass moose or a caribou or something like that. First thing they say is, depending on where about in like the tribe and all that is, one of them is anabase, which means thank you.
Mhm.
They give thanks to the animal, not for hunting it, but they thank the animal for giving itself to them. And that's their belief that
Mhm.
they didn't go out and just kill this animal because of their skills as a hunter. That animal, because of the way they interact with the
Nature.
land,
Yep.
just through
Mhm.
them, their generations before them, father, grandfather, great grandfather, all the way down the line. That's how they, just take care of each other and depend on each other. And after the anabase, they give thanks to the animal. One of the first things they say after that is, "This is really going to help the elders, the elders
Mhm.
in our family, the
Mhm.
elders in our community, and the community as a whole." You never hear them say, "This is great for me and my family. This is great for others," and it's such a boy. I tell you,
You see the
we should
kids
watch
actually
that.
like watch giving, like taking a leg, like an elk leg or something, it taking it to one of the elders, and they're just very appreciative. But they're teaching their kids even when they're young.
Yeah, they'll take the hind quarter off of
Yep.
a moose or a caribou, and when a hunter, no matter how young, male or female, the kids get their first animal, they give it away. And they have to, that's their belief is
Mhm.
they have to do that because that's showing honor and respect to the community, to the elders. And it's a sign of honor to do that, because when you see that, and it's not just words, man. And some of you don't watch any of this, probably are like, what?
It's on
But it's
Disney,
just,
National Geographic.
it is such it just makes me have hope
Mhm.
for this world that we live in.
Mhm.
You see, just the love in these people's faces. JD, yes, we do. I'm telling you, man, if you guys get a chance to watch this, it's called Life Below Zero. And there's a lot of different ones. There's one that says The Next Generation and some of the other ones, but the one is called The First Alaskans or something like that. There's a couple different, but the one that I really enjoy is they show the actual people who are the Athabascans, like the Eskimo, the actual people. Because then you get some of them who just live off grid, and they just go out and shoot, kill, to eat and survive. But it's not the same mindset as the
Mhm.
ones who
Mhm.
live there and who are of that,
It's their culture.
that culture, and it just means so much to them.
Mhm.
And like you said, JD, about the kids, seeing the look on their faces, first of all, they're going out with their parents and they're helping, and they're not sitting there like this.
Yeah.
you know
They're
All right,
setting up
come on, son,
snares.
come
Yeah.
on, daughter, we're gonna go snare, we're gonna go fishing, we're gonna go collect some wood to help grandma and grandpa and the elders stay warm in the community. Oh, come on, I don't want to take so I want to play this game, right?
Yeah.
No, man, these
Mm-mm.
kids, it's like an honor for them. So, you know what, JD, you're right. But and this kind of goes into what
You wanted
tonight
to
is,
talk about.
man. Tonight is Shout Out Saturday, man. And I thought about it, with everything that's been going on this last week with the people that I know, firsthand, that have, actual family members who have lost people. I mean, literally two people in
Mhm.
2 days, that, with Coach, with Tony Morrissey losing his brother. And then with this girl I went to, known since kindergarten, very unexpectedly lost her son. And then another friend who gets, diagnosis of cancer for a family member. I mean, it's like, man. But for everything that happens like that, there's us, there's Christy, there's JD, there's all the other people in this family who immediately reach out to help. And that's what tonight, um, tonight is a good night. Every night's a good night, but tonight is for all the people, like I said, shout out Saturday, who were there for you. Maybe there's more than one person, the more people who have been there, who have helped you, and not only through addiction, but that's huge,
Mhm.
because God knows, how we were, the things we did, the things we said, but yet our loved ones who stood by us through thick and thin, through the terrible things we said and did, and stayed with us by our side and helped us. Tonight's about them. Tonight's honoring them. So if you have somebody that means so much to you for helping you out, um, give them a shout out, man. Let them know that how much you love them and appreciate them. And Tracy, God, I haven't seen Tracy, God, for hours. Um, Today I had a very nice uh,
Special visit.
special visit at work today over at Wolverine Harley. I was in the back, and there's Gary. I was at work, and I looked up, and through the bay window, I saw Gary and Tracy came to see me at work today and say hi. I've met Gary before one other time, and I got to meet Tracy today in person,
Yay!
and it was guys, it was great meeting you. Well, second time for Gary. Tracy, absolutely wonderful meeting you. You are just an angel. And like tonight's about all the Tracys out there. Tracy has never had thank God, a problem with addiction. Tracy was that person who, came into Gary's life and stood by him through bad, worse, and even worse times. And now things are changing. And it's like Gary said, it was time. And it was great to see them both today. Like I said, meeting Tracy in person and just getting a chance to say hi. And it was it makes things that much more special for me. Like I said, seeing it was also well, thank you, Trace. Um, it's so great to be able to sit down here, like we've said before, and just hit a button and bam, here's our family. Push a button, type away, and we can connect and with each other, chat with each other, and enjoy each other's time and their company and their kind words and stories and opinions and comments and stuff like that. But sometimes, you know, because of where we all live, you don't get to meet people in person. And
Special when you can, isn't it?
yeah, but then when you do, it makes it that much more special. And it was just, very fortunate that Gary and Tracy live close to where we are. And I was able to meet them both today at work, and it was a great time. I really enjoyed it. It was nice, being able to physically be right there with you guys. So the honor was all mine. Gary says, yes, for sure. She is my angel.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, we've got many, many out there. So, like for tonight, it's, and then sometimes I've had people before, when you say, tell people, let them know how you feel, and appreciate and all that stuff. JD, it makes it so much easier when you have a strong partner. Man, I mean, it's your backbone. It's your crutch. It's your support. It's your reality check, all rolled up in one. And so you're definitely right, JD. But like for the people who have helped, and just like you'll hear people say, "Well, they know." Yeah, you know what? They do know, but just let them know. Hey, man, thanks.
Yeah, let them
Just
know.
thanks, and for what all these years that Tracy, you were there, man, and now there was something about you. There was something about Gary, just like we talked about. Screw coincidences, man. Things were meant to happen, just like me and Gary were talking. That it's not a coincidence. Things happen for a reason. Just like JD, and Carrie with the Athens, Alabama. We were meant to go to Athens, Alabama. And that was because of Lori. And through that meeting with Lori, we got to meet all of these amazing people. So it doesn't have to be just one person. Like I said, for a shout out to someone who's helped you, who's been there for you. So, like for me, big shout out to JD, Care, to Lori, to Jeanette, to Christy, to B, and all the people in Athens, Alabama, our family there. Thank you for the support that you gave us. We were, and I'm, we were never outsiders at all. We were never treated like, we weren't part of the family.
Right.
That was just, as Lori put it, you experienced that Southern hospitality. So true. So to all of you in Alabama that were so kind at the meet and greet, that were so kind at the event, I thank you guys, and a shout out to all of you for being in our lives. Definitely appreciate it.
Leroy's on.
Hey, Leroy, how you doing, brother? You know what? So whoever it is out there, and if you want to, that's great. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Maybe some people want to stay behind the scenes, and if that's the case, I totally respect that. But if not, man, just give them a shout out. Let them know, brother, you have been a turning point of my life this year. Love you like a brother.
Nice.
Oh man,
That's
back
nice.
at you. Just like there was a reason. The reason we went to Athens, Alabama, was to be part of the Addiction Eviction
Yeah,
rally.
you thought it was about giving a talk.
That was the whole reason we went was for the event.
That's what you thought.
And to be a guest speaker. That was why
Mhm.
the reason of going. But sitting back after the fact and just looking at it, no, man, it was much bigger than that. It was meant to meet Christy and JD, Carrie, to Bree,
B.
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 I said B. And all of
the
them.
Sisters United and
The
Lori,
sisters, of course, with Lori, there was a reason, and it
Yeah.
was all of you guys.
Mhm.
And
And Jacob and Ethan and oh
the
my gosh, yeah.
sitting there at the meet and greet again, we didn't know anyone but Lori. That's not true, because we did see people that see the show and watch the lives, because we were sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, was it Melissa? Was that her name?
I think so.
I think she made me something. Or remember, was that the one who made something?
Some food, right?
Food.
Some special food
But
for you.
but I remember sitting there and talking to people, and all of a sudden, this person walks up, and it's like, "Hey, Manny, good to see you." Gives me a hug, and I was just
I
like,
go, okay, and who are you?
"Yeah, I
Where's
had
your
no
name
idea."
tag?
And she's talking to me, and I was just like, and she goes, I think it was Melissa. And I was like, and she goes, "I'm the one." And we kind of walked down that trail, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I mean,
Yeah.
just meeting her, and then sitting there. It may have been her that I was, excuse me, that I was talking to when OG came over.
Oh, and said,
And said, "Listen, when you're done, come on over here. Someone wants to meet you." And that's why it was such a great idea for
meet and
that
greet.
Lori had with that meet and greet, to be able to have time to just sit and talk. And it was so nice just to have that time, because as we know, the night or the day of the event, it was just nonstop. So we didn't have that time like we did at the meet and greet. And geez, said that someone wanted to meet you, and I walked over, and it was JD, and bam, it was
There
like,
you go.
man, we just hit it off, man.
Mhm.
And
His long lost brother that he didn't even know he had.
me and JD have been chatting ever since.
Mhm. Mhm.
It may not be every day, may not be every other day, but we're reach out. A lot of times it'll be out of the blue, and I'll just send him a text out of the blue just because I'm thinking about him, and then he'll do the same. So family, that's what we do. Leroy in the house. Leroy from
and Jeremy just
I
showed
almost said Athens, Alabama.
No,
Leroy from New York.
City.
Jeremy Ross. Hey man. Yes, all is well. It's a good day, Jeremy. And I don't know. Oh wait, you do know, because I believe after Tracy and Gary left me at work, I believe they were meeting up with you for lunch. So
how
you
nice.
talk about a great day, because they were telling Gary actually told me about Jeremy. Jeremy Ross was a guest on our show, and again, lives in the area. And you talk about things happening for a reason in a small world. Ends up knowing Gary. Gary and
Oh, wow.
Tracy.
Okay.
Well, next thing you know, today Gary was telling me how he got to know Jeremy just by chance, leaving a knife or something like that, from work at his station, whatever it was. But little things like that. Next thing you know, one thing led to another, and boom, you got Jeremy and Gary meeting, and then Jeremy's telling Gary about us here. And here today, I get to meet Gary and Tracy. So everything happens for a reason. So, Jeremy, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Love you, brother. Thank you for all you've done. And looking forward to seeing you, man, because I know that we're trying to get you over to the dealership as well. So, whenever you have time, it'd be great to see you. But you know what, like Gary, said, I feel bad, man, because even though we're a little bit slow now, it's still being at work, and things happen.
You're at work.
We might be a little bit, have a little lull, and then all of a sudden I might get slammed with like 2 or 3 bikes that are hot projects that maybe one's being sold or the person's coming in. And I got to get them out. And it's just like, shit. Like today I was able to chit chat a little bit with Tracy and Gary, but definitely would like to talk more. So, yeah, man, we'll try to work something out because we are, like I said, fairly close to each other. So let's make it happen.
Okay.
And Jeremy Ross, look at that. Tracy, hey sis,
Yeah,
look at that.
nice,
That's
nice.
how that's our
the
family.
family.
But so anyways, back to our shout out, man. Come on, there's got to be someone out there. I know Gary gave a shout out to.
I'm gonna toot my own horn for a minute.
She's
Okay,
gonna toot.
No, okay, you know
She's
how
gonna
my
toot her
nickname
horn.
is OG. It used to be GAOG. We stopped. We cut off the GA. And what does the GA stand for, Manny? Don't be nice.
God awful.
Be nice.
God awful OG.
Ay.
It was for guardian angel.
That's right.
For helping with everything. I remember when she goes, "What does an admin do?" And I said, everything. And the thing is, she actually thought I was kidding.
Oh.
And just like I remind her, hey, you said hi. You're the one that said hi.
I haven't heard you say that in a
Mary
while.
Jane.
Yeah, Mary Jane's out.
Mary Jane is in the house. Jeremy. I'm just bringing people and names to cities and states together. We got
right.
Alabama, and we got Gary and Jeremy.
Okay. Whatever, as long as I know who you're talking to.
Anyways, Gary, he was telling me the story about how he, talked to Jeremy, and Jeremy told him about My Fight or War, and the rest is history. Jeremy says, absolutely, man. I need to get over there. Yes, need to make it happen soon. I need some advice moving forward on my bike, possibly trading it. Well, I tell you what, we definitely have a big selection. Everything from, I always say, we've got everything from brand spanking new to bikes with some experience on them and everything in between. So just let me know. I'll definitely hook you up with some of the guys in sales and all that, who I think you'd be able to work with good, and we'll make it happen, man. King Handsome's in the house. Definitely appreciate you, brother.
Oh, look at King Handsome.
And Cookie. I just saw Cookie, cousin Laura. Man, okay.
Wow, everybody's showing up.
Well, Gary's gave a shout out to Jeremy. Mm-hmm. So that was cool. And I also want to give a shout out to Jeremy too, man. So thank you for not only being part of our amazing family, but thinking about enough about us to tell other people about us. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're here, man, to do as much as we can to with as many people as we can. So thank you, Jeremy. Let's see. And Laura and Woe and Cookie, we're basically tonight on Shout Out Saturday is just people in our lives that we appreciate. For whatever reason, it could be something that they've helped you with, maybe just a personal issue or a family issue or a work issue, or just you needed someone to talk to. And this person's always there for you. This person's there to pick you up when you're down, or maybe to slap you to wake you up to, when you need it. Or like we always used to say is we're here to love you, support you, motivate you, and give you that kick in the ass when you need it. So when you have those people in your lives, you are blessed. So if anybody wants to give a shout out to somebody like that, feel free, man. The floor is yours, as always. Did we miss it? Did anyone say anything that I missed?
Nope.
Let's see. Trying to think of the other. I remember I've got a bunch. You don't have to have just one. You could have many, many, many people. It could be someone, like I said, in recovery. It could be a teacher. It could be a coach. It could be mom, dad, brother, sister. It could be a total stranger who did something out of the blue for you. I mean, just something like that. A lot of these things, they don't have to be complicated, man. It's just somebody that was there that really meant a lot to you. What has Jeremy got here? Oh, every time I go to read something, it moves. Jeanette Butler, Lori is my go-to person. Well, you know what? That's very nice because you know what, Jeanette? Lori says the same about you guys. That everything that you do and all the people involved just means everything. And seeing what we saw firsthand, I can see why. Divine appointments, my brother. We must help others and share how we beat this addiction. Nothing better than having accountability and people we can lean on. Yes, so true. So true. Um, Unfortunately, it's for some reason negativity is more, it's people could talk about it more because it's more, you can sensationalize it more, anything, the drama, the bad news, the gossip, stuff like that. But yet you have something good happen on the news and it gets like a 30-second little blurb, but you have something nasty or, some hate crime and you hear it over and over and over through the newscast. You have something positive pop on, and there was one about a shooting, and 2 kids lost their lives. It was tragic. It was terrible. So yeah, you want to bring it to people's attention. It was all over the news. I mean, at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then nightly news. 2 days later, they did a story about there were some kids in that area who, we're talking kids, man, like from 10, 12 years old up to like 17, and living in that area. And they were talking to them about how they, didn't feel safe. And here was this park and all these other things about these certain areas. And one of the vacant lots was used as a shortcut for people to cut through to go to this liquor store, which was also a shortcut where some people would hang out and things would happen. Well, a group of these kids got together and on their own went and talked to some people before they did it and brought the idea of turning it into a park on their own. These kids cleaned it up, not just went in there, cut the grass and raked the leaves, and that was it. Made a pathway, planted trees, made a garden, brought in some swings, a bench, kids. And the thing is, it was on and off the news just like that. It had just barely any play. But we got
here's my suggestion for everybody that because people have written down people that they think that's helped them in their life. Tonight or tomorrow, send these people a little note, just thinking about you and just thank you for all you've done for me. They're going to be surprised. You'll feel good. They'll feel good.
Let's go through it, because
kindness is free.
If you've seen them, because I haven't been seeing them, bring them out.
Okay, well, let me find them. Let me
going through them, because that's why I'm going to get them on the air. Laura, my cousin Kathy, is amazing. She is like a sister to me. So, Kathy, thank you, because Laura is absolutely amazing. So for her to say that about you, you must be as well. So big shout out to Kathy.
And then Jeanette, give a little shout out to Lori tomorrow. When you see her, or call her, or just a text message. How you doing? Leroy wants to say hello to Ian and Matt.
Well, that'd be I know they're very, very busy, so definitely give them a shout out. And when you do, let them know we said hi as well.
And Tracy, we know you and Gary are together, but just for the heck of it, send him a little note tomorrow anyway. Which he's not going to expect it.
I tell you what, Gary, you send Tracy a note. I'm going to flip that. Tracy, you get the note. But
And then cookies got for my nieces and nephews. They help keep me going. Well, that they would love to hear from you.
Mary Jane, you can't imagine how much I love you, OG. Um, to understand what you have done for me. Well, Mary Jane,
There you go. Mary Jane is the one who provides all the little toys for Manny.
I'm not kidding.
Oh,
What?
true. There you go. And that's a snowman, right? Oh, cute.
Yep. So, Mary Jane,
Yeah. Well, Groot was a special.
oh, I forgot. I got another one over here.
Oh, that's okay. Let's. Is that one still working? Yeah.
Yep. So I've got 2 skeletons, a snowman, and a pumpkin.
Mhm.
So, Mary Jane, thank you so much.
I said, I'm going to give it to the boy. He'll love it.
And there's Leroy
there's
to
Lori.
Matt
Hey, Lori.
and Ian. That's from Leroy. Let's see.
Lori, we were talking about you a minute ago. Just saying.
Yep. Lori, just so you know, Jeanette. Lori, what we're doing is basically it's shout out Saturday for people and people in our lives who have helped us out in so many different ways. And it doesn't have to be just one person, man. Some of us are a little up there in age. So I can personally say I've had a lot of people in my life. So Lori, what we're doing is giving those people a shout out, thanking them for whatever it is, they've done. It doesn't have to be just addiction. It could be maybe someone helped you get a job. Maybe someone helped you had to do something around the house and hey, you know what? Let me give you a hand. You're putting up some cupboards, need your grass cut, you need to shovel the snow. Just someone who's done stuff like that. Let's get this weekend going on a positive note.
Yeah, gratitude and appreciation.
God for my nieces and nephews who keep me going. Oh, and Cookie.
Yeah.
There you go. Jeremy, so true. Hallelujah. Jeanette Butler. Hello, y'all. Manny never answers his phone. Well, that was
no,
nice.
He doesn't.
Thank you, Lori.
He doesn't. That's okay.
Right on, Manny. Thank you, Tracy, for loving Gary and wanting the best for him. That's from Jeremy. And like I said, I had the pleasure of meeting Tracy today. And that's one thing. And that's prime example right there. People like Tracy, Gary, like these are the few that I get the pleasure to meet in person. Here, Lori, I knew for a year and almost from October to June.
Yeah.
Until we got to meet her and Jeanette and Christy and all the people in Alabama, JD, Carrie, everyone there. But then you meet them in person, man. It's just, it means a lot. I'm not saying it does. I mean, I still love the posts and the comments, man. But hearing Gary talk about Tracy, I think we all can relate to the Tracys in our lives. And we get it. But for me to actually meet her today and talk to her, it was just like
the angel warrior.
It was like I told her, I go, everything, yeah, okay, now I get it. And she was just is just as sweet as can be. And I tell you what, they're a great couple. And I told them, man, I'm so proud of you guys. And thank you for being part of this family. Laura, Anthony and I send each other little love texts all the time.
Isn't that sweet?
There you go.
I love that.
Laura, obviously Laura and Tony, they're family, just like all of us, but they're actually blood family. They are the Vitale family. And I had known, obviously, cousin Tony, but moved to Arizona and gets married. I never met Laura in person until they were just here a few months back. Heard all these things about Laura, how amazing, just like about Tracy from Gary. Well, it's just like you hear it over and over from different people, different things, and you kind of, you get this feeling about them. It's like, okay, well, then you meet them, and 2 things are going to happen. It's going to be, dead on, or man, this person's a freaking idiot.
No, and she's pretty wonderful, actually.
Laura is very wonderful. And I tell you what, You talk about a great team.
Oh, they're good
Laura
together. They
and
are so good
just
together.
like Gary and Tracy, man. I mean, great team. So thank you for sharing
Well, look
that.
at she said Anthony and I were married 21 years
Wow.
on November 13th. Whoa.
Lori has
21
shout out to
years.
TJ Boyd for always being my mentor and listener. There you go. This is for you, TJ Boyd. I had the pleasure of meeting him briefly. Like I said, it was just very busy, but I got to chat with him a little bit at the meet and greet. So we were talking about that as well, Lori, how that was a great idea for all of us to be able to chat a little bit before the actual event. So great idea. So TJ, that's for you, brother. Um, Lori, man, you have no idea how much everyone here loves you. No, well, thank you, Lori. And I tell you what, I really, really hope that you guys know how much you mean to me. Starting my fight, our war, I was and still am clueless. But the one thing I knew is it's the first time that I felt it in my heart to do something for others, and I've never felt that before. And I knew it was. I mean, I'm definitely I'm the crier, man. It doesn't take much to get these waterworks going, and then in the next sentence, I'll be talking about something that makes me want to rip someone's head off.
Mm.
But I got no problem with shedding some tears, and but I knew when I started my fight our war, it was the first thing that I actually felt the need and the want to do for others above myself. And it was something that was like, what the hell is that? Just like the Grinch. I swear to God, it's like, wait a minute, what
the
is
heart
this?
started to grow.
I was like, wait a minute, what is this that I'm feeling? It's like their feelings. Well, what the hell are those? It's like you gotta understand, man. I took mine and I got rid of them probably 20 years ago
He
or
drowned them.
so.
He drowned them in
Oh,
alcohol.
I got rid of them, man. I mean, compassion, caring, love. I mean, all of that. Love. That's just a word. That's just something you say to somebody. No one actually means it. Compassion. Screw that. That was, and I'm not making shit up here. Um, moving forward, and all of a sudden, in the situation I'm in now, it's an amazing transition, and it's awkward at times. No, no, it was so much easier when I could just say, "Screw you, people, man." Have a beer, a shot, and punch someone in the face was so much quicker.
Ay, ay,
Um,
ay.
Thank you. Praying for what you do. I've always been a giving person, but you are great. God love you. You are definitely. I tell you what. Here's Mary Jane, this beautiful, kind person who's got a setup for all the craft shows with ghouls and goblins and witches and vampires and blood
Skeletons
and guts.
and rats.
It's just like, okay, altered ego coming out here. Um,
Oh, she's extraordinary when it comes to putting things together for celebrating all the holidays.
Get me some rock the flock merch. Anthony, I'll be married 21 years.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I wanted to see. I forgot what. But anyways, congratulations on that. We some of the Gym Rat family at Powerhouse Gym.
Speaking of
Carol and
rats.
Bernie have been married 65 years. To which I said, crazy? And 65 years, and they are just amazing. They are just so kind.
So they're in their 80s and they're at the gym
every day.
At least 5 days a week.
Yep. And first thing when I'm not there, they're asking, "Oh, where's Manny? Is he okay? What's wrong with him?" They're always with others 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But 65 years they've been together. Let's see. TJ has been my friend 13 years.
Okay.
Well, there you go. TJ, Thank you, man. I've seen a lot of your posts and everything that you do for so many people. So, Lori is right on. Jeremy Ross, I'm the same, brother. Tears of joy. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, um,
And that's
yeah.
okay. It's okay to cry.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It keeps
hey,
your blood pressure down
oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm
because it
going
kicks in your
backwards
endorphins.
here. Shout out to okay, read that one. Did I did you read the ones that I
Yeah.
missed?
Yeah. No, you got them all.
Okay. So, and the thing is now, if keep it coming. I mean, you like I said, I had so many and this goes off the grid. Tracy, meeting you today, I would never have thought you were such a Grinch. Good. So you are a blessing to others starting this group. Well,
He's not a Grinch anymore.
I'm
He used to be.
I'm the Grinch when he's laying now. Now I'm the after Grinch, I guess. But thank you, Trace. Definitely appreciate that. We have one amazing family here. We really do. It's a blessing, and I remember with not only that, but like I said, different people. Uh, for those of you who really know me, man, know how me and hockey. That was something ever since like third grade, man.
Mhm.
That was my.
Go-to.
I lived on the ice. I started out the worst player, not on the ice, not on my team, but entire league. I was so bad that I made my two of my aunts cry. They drove me to hockey practice one time because my mom couldn't because of work. And I found this out years later. My mom told me. She said one time, they took you to practice, and I guess when I came home, my mom came home and said, "Well, how did it go?" They started crying. They said, "He is so bad. He's the worst out there." And he just was trying so hard. And I knew I was bad. I didn't care because I loved it so much. And I remember telling at that young age, because I remember seeing the kids on our team that were good and they had the C and the A on their jerseys for captain and assistant. I remember in the middle of the season telling the coaches and everything that I was going to be captain of of the team of a team, and I laughed, and everyone laughed. And throughout my career, all the way through past college into juniors, I was captain of four different teams, including my high school team. And but going backwards, there was a coach, Frank LaChapelle. This man taught me so much about hockey at such a young age. I think I was 10 or so. I'll never forget. He pulled me aside and he goes, "I see something in you that I have not seen before
Wow.
in someone your age," and he meant it. And you with our league, after you have 2 years you would have, and then you'd have to move up a division, and you keep moving up. He quit coaching that division so he could move up the division to coach me. I mean, I'll never forget
Wow.
that. That's how
Wow.
much, and he would pick me up um, to go watch junior games with his girlfriend. They would go and he'd scout these other players he was also a scout for semi pro teams. He would take me, and him and his girlfriend would be right there. And I mean, nowadays they wouldn't let that happen because unfortunately it's like, hey, what's going on?
Mhm.
Taking that young
Mhm.
kid. But to Frank, he taught me, you know, uh, not to give up, and I didn't.
And how old
And
are you? If you were 5 when you started?
whatever, third
Oh,
grade,
third
something
grade,
like
that'd be
that, fourth
8.
grade. And yeah, man, it was such a blessing, man. So to Frank LaChapelle, my coach, and I tell you, coaches are a huge part of this. And so if you guys have any mentors, any coaches, any teachers that are coming to your mind, hey, I had a history teacher that informed me I had to pass his last test, or else I wasn't going to graduate high school because I only went to high school to play hockey and chase girls. I didn't want to bother with tests or anything. And so he said, if you don't pass this test, you're not going to graduate. not only did I pass, I got a D plus on that test. Not a D minus, not a D. I got a D plus. So, Mr. Zelke, thank you.
Oh my God.
Um,
Aiming high.
let's see.
Okay,
Oh,
let's see
Mary
what it says.
Jane. Here, you go ahead and read that one.
I don't say much. I am still married November 15th, 50 years. Are legally separated, but he was dry acrylic. I think maybe an alcoholic.
Alcoholic.
That's why I say they may not drink, but mentally they do. Oh, okay, like a dry alcoholic. Okay, so he was so he's
there's-
mentally abusive. In other words,
I'm still married November 5th. 50 years.
Whew.
All right, Mary.
Whoa,
Um,
it's a
oh, I love
long
that.
time, girlfriend.
Still existing and so yeah, so the teachers that tried their best to like I said, that whoever knew that if you actually listened and paid attention in school, that there's like a pathway to a career where you could make lots of money if you actually pass these classes and shit. Who knew? I mean, I knew that if I played well, I would, have a
Well,
better chance in where I was drafted, or as far as my chances for college, and by the people that I was being talked to by the different the coaches and stuff from college, because believe it or not, I was not a bad hockey player, and back then, not only were they for college, but of course they're filling all of these youngsters' heads with the dreams of if you're playing for one reason, to go to the NHL,
Mhm.
and they start putting that in your head. And the first time that happened to me, I had a coach come up to me and came up to Frank LaChapelle, and I was playing in house league, and there was a team called the Americans. It was like the step down USA Olympic team, like the training program to move up for the Olympic team. And they wanted to pull me off of my team and have me come on and play for them. And I remember Frank pulling me aside and said, he goes, they don't do this because you got to try out for their team and you have to make multiple cuts just to play for them. I never tried out for him once. And they came to
They came
Frank
to
and
you.
said, we want him starting on our top line as a left wing. And that was it. They had my jersey and everything, as a selling point. Came to me, had to okay it with Frank. And I remember they came up to me and Frank said they want to talk to you about playing hockey for them. And I looked at him and I go, you're coaching that with them? He goes, no, they're coaching. I go, no. And I turned them down. No. And they're like, you don't understand. This is a stepping stone for this, this, and this. And I go, you don't understand. Frank's my coach. And I that was the end of the story. And Frank, talk about he started to cry. He went and told my mom about it. He said so many kids have tried so hard for that opportunity and failed and never got that chance. And here they came to me with my jersey and everything ready to roll. And because of what I learned from Frank as a coach and as a person at that young age, no. And yeah, that was something. So, Frank, I love you, man. Um, so,
Could have been on the Olympic team.
oh no, because my knee still blew up,
Well, that's
and I still
yeah.
had this
Well,
body started falling
Start
apart.
falling apart way back. And at what age they start falling
Actually, my
apart?
first knee surgery was just after my senior year was my first knee surgery, and I've had
So you're like 18.
yeah. Now then after
Wow.
that, I had my first shoulder surgery, and then the floodgates open
One surgery every year, just whether you wanted to or not.
every year, man. Now
Just
it's
about.
like every 3 months.
Yes, truly.
But
Truly.
anyways, so yeah, man. So let's get some people.
Who else
you
you want to
thankful
thank?
for?
Who are you thankful for? That's right.
I trying to think. There's just everyone just in your, and it doesn't have to be some miracle. I mean, it could be just something so what someone else might think is meaningless, but for you, it just meant a lot, man. Someone who touched your life in such a
Mhm.
small way. Just like when we were doing that Feel Good Friday about just, stories kind of like this.
Mhm.
The thing that really touched me one time, I was walking out of a party store. I went and grabbed pizza and a pop or something. Went to walk out the door, and all of a sudden the door flies open, and a little girl walks in, a little boy walks in, and then Dad walks in. So I'm thinking, okay. So I go to make a break for it, and all of a sudden this little kid comes running in and like almost like into me, and he looks at me, and just a little guy, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and stopped, turned around, went back outside, and held the door open for me. A little guy. And I looked at the dad, and the dad just smiled. And I go, "Thank you, buddy," and
Good
gave him
job.
knuckles up,
Mhm.
and he kind of smiled. And I looked at his dad. I go, "Dad, you're doing great." I go, "Great kids," and he's like, "Thank you." That little thing, that moment, I talked about
Mhm.
that night. I talked
And that
about it
wasn't
at
that long
work.
ago. That was like maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah, I mean, so just little things like that, man. It
Yeah.
doesn't take
Yeah.
much to make someone's day. I
Mhm.
mean, you hear it all the time. People degrading people, making fun of people, and just bringing people down. You know what? Be that person that brings them up. That kind word. Hold that door. Say hello. Have a nice day, man. Ooh, that took a lot. Instead of, I mean, I've said hello before to people, and they've actually given me a look like, I don't know you. It's like, screw you. See you in
Well, just
whatever.
think of the opportunity they missed by not engaging in conversation with you. So it's sad for them.
Mm, Mary Jane, I am thankful for my job.
Uh-huh.
And Laura, me too, Mary Jane. I am very blessed to have my job. And that kind of, if we're not get to fill a little gaps here, I'll bring up my stories.
Tell them, yeah, tell them how you got your job at Harley.
Well, no, this was very blessed for my job.
Oh,
Uh, now I forgot what I was going to say.
oh, I
Um,
interrupted that train
I'm
of
very
thought.
blessed to have my job. Oh, that's what it was.
Mary Jane wanted to
There's
know where your
times
police
where I
officer at.
was talking, to people about just our attitudes and
Hmm.
our own words. And in the morning, when I get up and hit the gym in the morning, you're up and you're awake and you get to work. And some people that are hitting a snooze up till the very last minute and walk in, they're still yawning. It's like, oh man, hey, good morning. How you doing? Oh man, I got up late. I had this. I didn't have any gas, so I had to go to the gas station. Then I went to get a coffee, and I was out of coffee, and I had to go buy coffee. All these things, and they're just bitching about it. And I remember, God, I can't remember. This was a while ago. I was at the gym, and I remember we were talking about. I go, just because it just so happened I did a video about how our own words could be, our savior, or they could just destroy us. They could be great or terrible. And I said everything you just said. Instead of, oh man, I freaking got up late. Hey man, I opened my eyes to another day. Yes. Okay. Oh man, I got up and I was going to work and I was out of gas. You have a car. You were able to buy gas. Oh, I didn't have any coffee. You had money to buy coffee. You're on your way to a job. You've got a job. All these things that you're bitching about, you just flip them over, flip your words, and it is what it is. Um, I was in Detroit. I was at the 13th precinct on Woodward and Hancock, the unbeatable team. And then from there, I was working EMS, and we pretty much covered everywhere with Universal working Detroit, Sterling Heights, and everywhere in between. Um, but mainly in Detroit, and that was very interesting. Um, I'm very blessed. Oh, I read that one. I'm very blessed for my job. Let's see. What else? What were you
Well, your
saying?
job. I was gonna say, tell them how you got your job at
Oh,
Harley.
and
Just out of
my
just kind of a fluke.
yeah, and this kind of goes with Tracy and Gary. How there are no as far as a
Coincidence.
coincidence,
Yeah.
things happen for a reason. So, anyways, when you get a bike, you go in for your 500 mile, your 1,000 mile, your 5,000. You
Check
go in
out.
for your service on your bike. So I went in for my 500 mile service, and now, granted, they've been open like 23 years or something like that. I've been there for 23 years as a hog member, as a Harley's Owners Group member. When they first opened the doors at Wolverine Harley, me and a bunch of my friends, we were all there and became members from day one. So I've been going to Wolverine Harley for since the day they opened their doors until now. But as far as working there, it's going on 3 years. And the way it happened was, um, I got to jump in here real quick. Gary, I am so grateful and blessed to have my cancer in remission.
All right.
Hell yes.
Hell yes is right.
Gary, I forgot you telling me about that, but
Woohoo.
God bless you, and positive thoughts and prayers to you, Gary, and to the doctors and everyone taking care of you. So thank you for that. But okay, so I take my bike in for service, and so I tolerate lactose. I'm lactose intolerant, but I tolerate Jim Jeffries.
Yeah,
You
you have
guys
to
have
see
no
it.
idea what I'm
Yeah.
talking about right now. So
Anyway, well, Laura just knows Laura knows what you just said.
bullshit,
Anyway.
bullshit. Um, anyways, so I bought this motorcycle. Hey, kind of like him. He goes back to the story. You know why? Because I'm gonna be a director.
Oh,
I'm never gonna get this story out. And again, it's a Jim Jeffries thing that I'm going back to referencing right now. So, and Tracy's sister is blessed in remission as well.
All right.
Bam!
Good news. Good news.
Oh, great news. And I don't know if Tracy's sister, if you want to mention her name, that's great. If not, that's great. But to Tracy's sister, everyone at My Fight Our War, sending positive thoughts and prayers to you. That's great news. Thank you for sharing, Gary. Back to the bike. So this job. So I take the bike in. And now remember, I have been going there for those of you who ride. A lot of the dealerships, it's almost kind of like a bar. You'll go there and you'll hang out because you're hanging out with a bunch of people who are bikers. You go in there and you're talking to the parts guys, the service guys, the sales guys. You get to form a bond, a relationship with them. You get, some you like, some you don't, whatever. But you go in there and you meet them. So, I'd go in there all the time. And my Fat Boy I had was my first bike. And then after I had some issues with, injuries and stuff, I ended up having to sell it. And I stopped going as much. And quite a while, actually. Anyways, end up getting the bike, take it in for service. And
This is 2023.
before that, though, I was going up there quite a bit again. So it was, a lot of people, they're like, that knew me, they're like, oh, Manny's back. And they'd always joke around with me about, man, you're here all the time. So I bring the bike in and I ended up waiting for it for, for the service, which was like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour wait. So like I said, knowing the people, I'm talking to them. It was a beautiful day, hanging out outside. And it was about time, it was like 4 hours later, 3 hours later. And I walk in. And as I was walking by the desk, a couple of people looked at me. And as soon as they looked at me, I go, well, I'll see you guys. I have to go punch out now. And a couple of them started laughing. And the one guy said, I said, wouldn't it be something if I did work here? And the one guy, I think his name was Michael, came around the corner. He goes, are you looking for something? I go, everybody's always looking for something. I mean, there's opportunities out there all the time. Keep your eyes and ears open. He goes, well, hold on a minute. He goes, they need someone in service, in detailing. And so I'm not really paying attention. He goes in the back. He comes back and he goes, when you go back there, tell Dave, about this, ask Dave about this position, who was the supervisor at the time. So I walk back there and he goes, hey, Manny, here's your paperwork. The bike's all set. Everything's taken care of. And I go, thanks, man. I go, oh, by the way, I hear you're looking for a service tech. He goes, yeah. And I go, well, not anymore. I go, I'm your guy. And he goes, are you serious? And I'm thinking they're messing with me. I go, yeah, I'm serious. He goes, hold on a minute. And the phone, because the phone's ringing. So he's talking and he's reaching under the desk and he's grabbing stuff. And all of a sudden he's writing and he's filling something out and he's writing. He hangs up, hands me an application that she's already started to fill out with my name, my job title, all of this stuff. And he hands it back to me. He goes, fill this out before you leave. And I was like, what? And they were serious. So I fill it out. And there were parts I didn't have the information because I didn't plan on applying for a job. I planned on getting my bike. So I hand him the paperwork. I go, there's stuff in here that I don't know. And he goes, hold on. So he calls upstairs. I found out he was calling George. He goes, yeah.
The owner.
I go, yeah, the owner. He goes, yeah. He goes, listen, that service tech, I've got somebody. Yeah, I was going to have him come back, but he doesn't have everything filled out. And I heard him go, yeah, it's Manny. And he goes, yeah, Manny again. He goes, oh, okay. And he hangs up. He goes, don't worry about filling out the rest of it. Okay, be back like Wednesday. You got to meet the rest of the managers. You're going to be working Tuesday through Sunday, 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. And I'm just like, what? So I'm sitting there with the paperwork in one hand that the bike's been serviced, the employee manual in my other hand. I walk outside, throw it in the saddlebag, and I'm in the parking lot just laughing. I call her. I go, hey, I'm done. She goes, how'd it go? I go, oh, it went well. I go, everything's taken care of, and I start Tuesday. And she's like, what? I go, yeah, I got a job. So Wolverine.
Yay.
And now I am what's my title again? I'm the assistant CEO.
Yeah, right. No,
no one else knows yet. Surprise! So if anyone at work is watching,
operations.
Oh, that's right. I'm VP of operations. I used to joke around with everybody. They're like, "Who is this guy, man?" All of a sudden, Manny's here. I go, "It's VP of operations." But
and even on his, isn't it on your license plate, the VP?
Oh well, it says VP on the bike license plate, and
there you go.
I was showing the guys at work. I'm like, see, VP. I go, do you think that just happened? I go, George had that. But so that's how I got that there. And everyone's just like, yeah, whatever. Trisha, beautiful, amazing lady.
That was for me. Thank you very much. Thank you, Trisha.
You don't know her, Trisha. She is the GA. She's the GAOG. And GA, what's GA, you ask? God awful. No, it was originally Guardian Angel. And Tracy, that's such a blessing. Okay, I'm missing something. Hey, beautiful Trisha.
Where we go?
Was in the hospital today for my dumb knee.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey, I can relate. Do you have pneumonia?
Oh.
Bad. Bad.
And he used to work at EMT. Oh God.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of my patients were unconscious, so they had no idea the dumb jokes I was saying. I just have to tell them these jokes, and if they just went, I knew you weren't really asleep. Trisha Gibson, sorry I'm late. You're never late. You're always on time.
Right on time.
Tracy, Nancy's leukemia is in remission.
Hey.
Woo-hoo. Well, Nancy, God bless you.
Baby.
Nancy, Gary, congratulations to you both, man. Now that's the way to get this weekend started.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that.
That's nice.
But
that's always good news to hear, especially being in the hospital business.
Yeah, I tell you, I actually worked radiation therapy for many years, and that was a very tough position because radiation therapy, we see our patients 5 days a week. So you get to build up quite a relationship with not only the patient, but the family as well. And going back to the other show we did when, I talked about, being a first responder, as far as EMS and stuff like that. Um, when I was saying how many, I can't count and I don't remember how many people I put in body bags. I'm not trying to sensationalize that. It's like, oh my God, just
It's
being
part of the
unrealistic.
job.
I'm
Yeah.
being very serious when I say there were so many. I started at St. John in 1986. So think about it. That's a long time from there to 94. Um, and then again after that with EMS afterwards. But yeah, working in oncology, I tell you what, you talk about, not only working with heroes, but being there with patients who are heroes and the toughness that these
Mhm.
individuals had. And I'm talking young too. I never had peds, but I did have a couple, that were my age and younger. At that time, I was 20, I think. Um, but yeah, it was a rough department, and like I said, getting every day, Monday through Friday, I'd be up there, bring them down, we put them on a table, we'd have to put these lead blocks in the field so the good tissue wouldn't get hit, and stuff like that.
Isn't
So
that also where you see like lines all over their
oh
face
yeah,
or
if you
their head?
see we had purple.
Yeah.
It was like a marker. You'd see purple, like if it was for like their head, brain, throat cancer, wherever you would see these markings. And up until then, I remember it was like, what is that? Well, once you know, you know.
Hmm.
Um, Trisha, it's slowly healing. Well, you know what, Trisha, with all this positive stuff we got going on
It's
here,
going to
we're
be just
sending it to
fine.
you.
Yeah.
So you're going to be noticing some big time healing, Trisha.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Yeah. Slowly keep it moving though. Yeah. But so if anybody ever see anybody out in the streets or whatever store and they got lines on their face or on their neck or something, they're a radiation oncology patient.
yeah, and it'll be like sometimes it'll be like a X or like it'll
Hmm.
be
Hmm.
like a square. I mean, it depends on
What it is.
and that's
Yeah.
because when they're laying on the table, we'll hit a light and like an X-ray. But then what we do is we have custom lead blocks that we would slide in, so when the rays come down, they hit the lead and only hit
Tissue that
the
needs to get
tissue that
hit.
needs to be taken care of. And yeah, that was a hell of a job. But but all right, folks. Well, I tell you what, we've been going at it for a little over an hour, and
Have we now?
yeah, and it was great just chit chatting with you guys as always, man. And if you have something that just like tonight, man, it was just shout out Saturday just to talk about whatever people and good news. When you have
Yeah.
people dealing with cancer in remission, you
Ooh,
love
yes.
hearing that.
Yes.
Gary, I'm sending a shout out to my radiation team that worked on me every day. I have
Wow.
a dot tattoo on my chest to line up the radiation.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm
Gary,
talking about. There you go.
I worked at St. John in the basement in our radiation therapy department. And we'd put you in a simulation room first, and that's where they would do the calibrations to see how many rads you could get, how many, all of these different things that these physicists would come up with. I mean, they were just amazing. And then you'd see us. But so huge shout out to Gary's
Yeah, you've been through it, haven't you, Gary? Woo.
team. And thank you guys for all you've done for Gary, for Tracy,
Mhm. And
for
Trisha's got a
Nancy,
little story there too.
Trisha. Thank you guys. It's been a week. My ex was arrested for DUI, aggravated assault on a female officer, and property damage. I feel sorrow for him, but it brought me back. It brought back bad memories. I'm sure it did. And thank God.
Congratulations on him
you,
being your ex.
and I was gonna say, thank God you are where you are now. Don't know him. So I'm going to leave that at that.
Yeah, we
But
definitely have.
for you, I tell you what, you are a blessing, and
Mhm.
thank you for all you do for all of us here at My Fight and all of the people and the family members. You're always very upbeat. You're very positive, and you really help a lot of people. Trisha, Gary Kaiser, bless them. They are
Rock
rock
stars.
stars. Wow, that's not what she said. Trisha said they're Rick stars.
I know, but we know what she meant.
No. There's a difference between a rock
Rick
star and a
star.
Rick star. Trisha, we
Don't
love you,
even.
man. Oh, let's see. All right, Gary and Tracy. You're kind of new. So, Tracy, what do you call a bunch of sheep falling down a hill? A landslide. I'm not done. Am I? Let's
No,
see.
no,
Or am
no,
I?
no.
Well, I know
Why
it's
they charge? Why
uh,
don't they charge Santa for parking their sleigh on the house? What on the roof? Shit, stupid.
go ahead. Get out of this one. I
It was
know.
on the house.
Why don't they
Oh,
charge
stop.
Santa for
Oh,
for parking on the house?
on the roof because it was on the house. Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I've already blown it, so go for it.
We have to find the jokes for OG because she'll get
There's a
through
couple
like the
of them that are
first
just
3 words and then laugh hysterically for 10 minutes while we're all going like this.
yeah, and
And then she'll finally say it, and then we're all still like,
that's what
and
you're laughing
Heidi came up with her reaction was better than the joke. Um, Lori
at.
says, love y'all, but Bama's playing LSU, and just beat
Auburn.
Candy just beat
Don't know who
Auburn.
Candy is, but somebody beat Auburn.
Bama.
Okay.
Lori, thank you for everything, Lori. And like I said, because of being part of your event was
Expanded the family
it was a bigger
amazingly.
reason, just like
Mhm.
me, Tracy, and Gary were saying. It wasn't a coincidence. It was meant to be. So you enjoy your game. Have a great weekend. And a big shout out to TJ Boyd for everything he's done for Lori, everything he's done for so many people around the community, around the recovery world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And love the cheesy jokes. Oh, do you?
Oh no, you're going to get upset.
Well,
why don't you wait and
now
do them
let's see.
tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll do more tomorrow, but until then, I'm going to act like diarrhea and run.
Ay.
Going to act like a drum and beat it.
Mhm,
Going to act like a tree and leaf.
mhm.
So this kid, Tracy, were you here for Halloween when I said my Halloween joke?
Probably not. Say it anyway.
Yeah, we'll get it out of the way. So, as we know, Halloween just passed, and trick or treaters were out in force, and these 3 little kids go up to this guy's house, and they're trick or treat. Guy answers the door. He goes, "Oh, okay." Sees the 3 little kids. He looks at the first one. He goes, "What are you?" And the little kid goes, "I'm a ghost." He goes, "Yeah, you are," and he gives him a handful of candy. Looks at the second little kid, and it's this little girl. He goes, "What are you, honey?" She goes, "I'm a ballerina." He goes, "Yeah, you are." Gives her some candy. And he looks at the third one, and he goes, "What are you?" He goes, "I'm a pirate." He goes, "You're a pirate?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, if you're a pirate, where are your buccaneers?" And the kid goes, "Under my bucket hat." I love that joke. And Tracy, just so you know, I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know which comes first.
We actually have a whole booklet of these jokes. So
Let's see.
get ready.
Yeah, so feel free when we do those. That's open.
Yeah.
That's open season for anyone and everyone to jump on and
bring
start
their own
telling
jokes.
their
Yep.
cheesy jokes. So we will tell more
Mhm.
tomorrow. I was not sure
So tomorrow's Sunday.
about
Sunday's usually not.
about going on. It will be Monday, but But you know what? You never know. Never say never. Hey, did Susie like her toy? Yes.
Yes.
And I showed OG the keychain.
Oh, that was really nice.
And what
How
what
appropriate.
you're talking about is as we were talking about, I got to meet Gary again, but Tracy for the first time today up at work. And before they left, they were very nice to got to show off their brand new car too, man. New to them, nice, beautiful car. And actually gave me and Susie the Wonder Dog. Oh, she just had to reposition her producer's chair. A gift, and it was a toy for Susie the Wonder Dog, and a keychain for me, and very appropriately had a wolf's head on it,
Mhm.
and with a very nice saying on the back. So, Gary, thank you for that, man. That really means a lot. And as soon as I got in my truck, I grabbed my keys, and so it's on there right now.
Yeah, it
So,
is.
really appreciate you guys. Another day. We made it through another week. The weekends here, those are hilarious.
And Vincent's not here, but happy birthday, Vincent.
That's right, Vincent's birthday. So happy birthday, Vincent.
Mhm.
But to all you guys, thank you again. Love you guys. This family's amazing. Huge shout out to Tracy. It was great meeting you today. And again, thank you for all you've done. As Gary said, being the angel. And there's a lot of angels out there who have helped us in so many ways. And believe me, we need all of them. So you guys have a great rest of the night here. Have a great weekend, what's left of it. Take care of each other. And remember, man, that addiction is only a word. It's not a death sentence. Keep fighting the good fight because the best is yet to come. Love you guys.